What's up? It's Marco, Sage of Soccer, and today I'll be talking about the US U20 team's 4-0 win over New Zealand's under-20 team. And yeah, just another really solid performance by the US team, and we're actually able to put some goals in the back of the net today. I don't think it was much better than the rest of our performances in the group stage. It was just we were finally able to score some goals, and that was really the main thing of this, putting the ball in the back of the net and putting New Zealand away. And it was good that we did put New Zealand away, despite this being, again, our biggest win of the entire tournament. New Zealand put up a pretty good fight, especially really early on in the game. I think we're on a little bit on the back foot. They created a pretty good chance. A they reviewed it for a penalty, but it never even looked like one. And I think they were making some good chances, but then the U.S. were able to come up with a goal. Owen was able to score it, and it was a pretty lucky goal in my opinion. He struck it from far away without much pace, but the goalkeeper for New Zealand thought it was going to go wide, and he let it go into the goal. But despite I think it was lucky that we got the goal, and it being a little bit against the run of play, the combination play leading up to the goal was really nice. We had a great build up between start at the back, we got it to McGlynn, Luna was involved, Cowell as well, just good one touch play. Luna passed the ball to Wolf, and Wolf was able to score it. And again, despite the goal being kind of lucky, the play leading up to it was really good. And after that, we dominated the rest of the game and didn't look back. Really solid performance all around. And I'm I feel like I'm going to sound like I'm repeating myself just talking about these guys, but McGlynn really solid performance again today. I think one of the main things today, despite other than his really good passing, and I think that he's gotten a lot more athletic as of late. I mean, he is growing, so obviously that's going to happen, but and he's looking like a little bit faster, a little bit stronger, helping out in defense. And he's somebody who I think he should get a call for the Gold Cup for the U.S. men's national team because he's been doing really well. And I think the main thing for him today was he was doing a great job breaking the New Zealand press. New Zealand was trying to press the U.S.'s defense, and I think it took a while for us to get used to it. Wynder and Che were struggling a little bit at the beginning, but we were handling it very well, passing out very well again. And McGlynn was doing a great job picking up the ball deep, finding some good incisive passes. Craig was doing very well as well. Diego Luna, I think this was the strongest part of his game today. He was just popping up in the right spots, being able to handle passes, play good one-touch passes to beat the press, and I think we're dealing with it very well and just showing how far the U.S. is coming. That we have players strong enough technically to be able to deal with the press, and I think despite other than that, I think Mikey Varas deserves a lot of credit for how he played against the press. Because yes, we do have talent, but it can be tough to break it. We looked completely prepared for New Zealand, and I haven't been watching them much, so I don't know if this is what they typically do, but we looked like we knew this was coming, and we dealt with it extremely well. We were getting goals, building out the back while being pressed. I think Vars did a great job preparing the team, and honestly, with the news that Anthony Hudson is leaving the U.S., if he wasn't here right now, I'd say that Vars should probably be the temporary interim guy until we find a real head coach. I'd be fine with Varas stepping in and managing the Gold Cup. I think he's earned that. I think he's done pretty well. Again, don't want to be the actual coach, or not yet in his career, I should say. But I think he could do a good job as being the interim guy. I've been pretty impressed by Varas. I'm not sure about the formation. I would change things up now that we have the full team available. But I think in preparing the team, and honestly, even though I don't like the formation that much, I mean, it's been working, and he's experimenting with some different ideas. I think he was using a false nine before Berhalter tried to bring it in, and I think he should probably be coaching. I'd be fine if we gave him the intern tag instead of BJ Callahan. So good job there for Varas. Then for the rest of our players, Cade Cowell again, solid performance. Just man, if he gets his finishing really down, I think he could be just a good top level player in the Premier League. His dribbling's very strong. Athletically, he's there. Good movement. He's doing well in possession today. It just needs to get that end product down. But if he does that, it's over. Diego Luna, I mentioned him before, really solid with breaking the press, made a ton of good passes. I think he had 2 assists. One was on Cade Cowell's goal, and he didn't. He just kind of passed it to him. But as I mentioned before, with him breaking the press was such a huge part of the game. He drove a breakaway for our third goal that Justin Che hit in, and wasn't involved in the last one. The last one was Brandon Craig hitting in a free kick that Rokas Pukstas scored. Pukstas is finally back. Kevin Paredes as well. We'll talk about Brandon Craig next. Another solid performance by him. I think early on in the game he was struggling a little bit with how New Zealand was just kind of rushing us, but he grew into it very well. I think towards the end of the game he was showing off his physicality, showed a good bit of speed to get one ball that was going over the top, and I'm really hoping he gets some first team minutes for the Philadelphia Union soon because he's just so good at playing the ball at the back. Like his passing is such an attribute. He wasn't doing it as much today, but he did get a free kick assist. But Craig, just another guy who's been doing very well for us. Slonina had a solid game when those chances were coming early on in the game. He was there to make the saves, and he's been doing really well with his shot stopping. 360 minutes without a goal let in. Like that's very impressive. Caleb Wiley, another guy who was getting forward very well. Him and Cade Cowell were kind of doing like the same thing, just getting in good positions. But with us playing a false nine, there's not really when you get like to the end line and he's doing a good job to get there. There's not really anybody to aim to. So again, I think Wiley's end product could get better, but he wasn't really done any favors. I think we should try to go to a more offensive system next time because we had Jonathan Gomez playing as our right wing back and like he's obviously a talented player, but with him having to play on a side that's his not preferred side, he really hasn't been able to affect the game much. So he wasn't doing great today, but again, that's not really on him. The rest of our center backs, Che was able to get a goal. Good job there. I think he grew into the game. I think, like I said before, he was struggling with the press a little bit at the beginning, but he was good enough there. Same with Wynder. Just another solid performance by those guys. And like I think that's just about it. Daniel Edelman, not as good as McGlynn, I think. I'm still not sure if I'd want him or Vargas starting. Like I go back and forth on it because like I think it says before, Vargas is the more talented player. Edelman, older team captain. Like I don't know, it's kind of a toss up for me. Not sure which one should play. And mentioned Wolf, he got himself the goal. He had another decent chance later on, but he didn't do too much outside the goal. But still got the goal that broke the game open. So good there. Just again with this team, pretty solid performance. I think that now that we have our full team available, Pukstas came off the bench. Paredes did as well. I don't think our substitutes really impacted the game much today, but it was kind of over already for once. But with them back, I'd probably switch to a four at the back. I think our defense has been good enough that I feel comfortable switching to that formation, and I think our offense needs an extra player, so I'd probably go to a four at the back, put Che out at right back, take out Jonathan Gomez, and put on like Rokas Pukstas in the midfield, have him, McGlynn, and either Edelman or Vargas behind him. Again, I'm still not sure which one I'd go with. Um, I don't know. It's just a tough decision right now. Then probably take off Wolf for Kevin Paredes, have him get in alongside Cade Cowell, Diego Luna up front, and I think that'd be a really good recipe for us. We're going to have probably the toughest game for tournament for us coming up against likely Uruguay. If Gambia gets past Uruguay, they're going to be tough too as well. So it's going to be a very tough game coming up for us. But we've looked very good this tournament, and like I think our goal should be to win it at this point. We've been doing very well, and I think we've got the talent. I think we've got just a good team cohesion, and I think we can go on and try to win it. And yeah, another solid performance for us. Got to crush John Herdman, Herdman's son. Hopefully he watched that. Just get out some of our aggression for Canada on him. More's coming in the Nations League finals. And yeah, that's all I got to talk about. See you.